Prince Edward, Duke of Edinburgh, has always stood apart in the royal family, but on his recent state visit to Malta with his wife, Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, his impeccable sense of style caught the eye of fashion critics everywhere. While the headlines often focus on the sartorial choices of more high-profile royals like the Princess of Wales or Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, Prince Edward has quietly become a royal fashion icon in his own right. Known for his unique and playful ties, the Duke never fails to add a touch of whimsy to his formal wear. His recent visit to Malta marks a historic moment for the royal family. This is the first official state visit since the Duke of Kent visited Valletta in 2018, and it's clear that, when it comes to fashion and nostalgia, Prince Edward knows how to leave an impression. The event, brimming with ceremony and national pride, saw the couple welcomed by dignitaries in a grand reception at Whitehall Mansions. And once again, the Duke of Edinburgh didn't disappoint. He turned up wearing a striking Hermès tie covered in giraffes, solidifying his place as a royal style icon. But there's more to this visit than just fashionable flair. Let's dive deeper into what makes this trip to Malta so significant and why Prince Edward's unique style, especially his ties, holds a special place in royal history. The Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh's visit to Malta carries with it a deep, personal connection to royal history. The island is particularly special to the royal family, as it was the place where Queen Elizabeth II lived some of the happiest years of her life as a young princess, long before she took the throne. Between 1949 and 1951, Queen Elizabeth and Prince Philip resided in Villa Gardamangia, a quiet home in the suburbs of Valletta. The young royal couple lived there while Prince Philip was stationed on naval duty, marking a rare moment of normalcy for the future monarch, free from the public eye's unrelenting gaze. On this trip, Prince Edward and Sophie are retracing the footsteps of Queen Elizabeth, visiting key locations that hold sentimental value for the royal family. One such place is Villa Gardamangia, the house that served as the Queen's cherished retreat. The villa had fallen into disrepair over the years, but recent efforts have been made to restore it to its former glory, a process imbued with emotion for both the royal family and Maltese locals. While Prince Edward's visit is packed with pomp and formalities, his trip to Villa Gardamangia is more than just a public appearance. It's a tribute to his late mother, Queen Elizabeth. The couple's tour of the villa is expected to be a heartfelt homage to the place the Queen once called her home away from home. Given how special Malta was to Queen Elizabeth, this visit is deeply symbolic, as it allows the Duke and Duchess to honor her legacy while representing the next generation of the monarchy. While the emotional aspect of the Malta visit is undeniable, Prince Edward's fashion sense has become an unexpected focal point. Over the years, Edward has garnered a dedicated following for his love of novelty ties. His bold choices deviate from the usual royal uniform of predictable plaids and classic foulard patterns, favoring ties adorned with playful, often animal-themed designs. The giraffe-covered Hermès tie he sported at the Maltese reception is just one example of his daring fashion sense. But this wasn't just a one-off choice. Prince Edward's passion for quirky ties has been on display for years. On a recent trip to Pretoria National Botanical Garden in South Africa, he turned heads once again with a navy suit paired with a tie covered in monkeys and crocodiles, another Hermès creation. He's also worn ties featuring matadors and even jockeys at royal events like Ascot, proving that novelty chic has a place in royal wardrobes. This penchant for fun and flamboyant ties began in earnest on his wedding day back in 2009. Stood at the altar of St. George's Chapel, Prince Edward made a bold statement by wearing a purple cat print tie, a move that raised eyebrows but also solidified his unique fashion identity. Since then, the feline-themed tie has made multiple appearances, including at the weddings of his niece Zara Tindall and nephew Prince Harry. It's not just Prince Edward who has embraced this trend. His fashion sense has influenced the next generation. His youngest son, James, the Earl of Wessex, is following in his father's footsteps when it comes to bold fashion choices. At a rare public appearance during Easter services at St. George's Chapel this year, the 16-year-old donned a vibrant blue rabbit print tie, proving that novelty fashion is becoming something of a family tradition. While the fashion world continues to admire Prince Edward's ties, the most poignant moment of this visit is undoubtedly the couple's return to Villa Gardamangia. For Queen Elizabeth, Malta represented a time of carefree happiness long before the weight of the crown fell on her shoulders. The small villa, made from yellow stone with a small garden, was a retreat from the public eye, offering a rare glimpse of a future queen living an ordinary life. The Queen often spoke fondly of her time in Malta, describing it as one of the happiest periods of her life. It was here that she spent 2 Christmases and quietly celebrated her birthday, away from the fanfare of royal duty. It was also in this villa that she secretly learned she was pregnant with Princess Anne, a moment that would change the course of her life. The significance of Villa Gardamangia wasn't lost on Queen Elizabeth. When she visited Malta for the last time in 2015, she requested to see the villa once more. Unfortunately, the property had fallen into such disrepair that she was unable to visit. Now, as renovations restore the home to its former glory, Prince Edward and Sophie's visit takes on an added layer of emotion. They are honoring not only their mother's memory, but also the bond she shared with the island. With so much history and sentiment tied to this visit, Prince Edward and Sophie's time in Malta is far from a mere formal engagement. As they continue their tour of the island, visiting landmarks and meeting with Maltese dignitaries, there will likely be more opportunities for Edward to showcase his unique sense of style, perhaps debuting yet another novelty tie. But beyond the fashion statements and public appearances, this trip is about reflecting on the lasting connections between the royal family and Malta. As the Duke and Duchess of Edinburgh represent the royal family on the global stage, their visit serves as a reminder of the deep ties between the UK and Malta, forged through shared history and cherished memories. And while the public may focus on the fashion moments, it's the personal, emotional connections that will truly define this state visit. As Prince Edward continues to make bold fashion choices, one has to wonder, what's next for the royal style icon? Will we see more animal-themed ties? Perhaps a new species will make its debut on his next state visit, adding another quirky twist to his growing collection. With plenty of future engagements lined up, the fashion world will be watching closely to see what Prince Edward chooses to wear. So, whether you're a fan of his giraffe tie or can't get enough of the monkey and crocodile combo, one thing is clear: Prince Edward's playful approach to royal fashion has brought a fresh and modern flair to the monarchy. And that's all for today's video. What do you think of Prince Edward's unique fashion sense? Are you a fan of his bold tie choices, or do you prefer more traditional royal attire? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more royal updates. Thanks for watching.